What's up guys, welcome to another video of Remains of Finch. Yeah. Yep. We are in this lighthouse, or is this a lighthouse? Yeah, I guess. Milton,
After Milton disappeared, the only thing he left behind was a room full of paintings.
oh, okay. Look at the paintings. It's only full of blood. This blood though. Can I zoom in? Okay. Are we going inside? That's it? Okay. There's only one entrance of passage. Okay. Excuse me. I'm not trespassing, and I. Oh. This is some character from a cartoon. Beautiful.
I think Edie was happy to finally have another painter in the family.
Painter in the family. Oh. Well, beautiful and adorable sound. The way they use the instrument. Is this bedroom? Okay, what do we have? Architecture display. Yep. This person might be an architect. Even for creative ships, I think. And building. Wow. An artist. Okay. This music. Okay. I'm motivated. Okay, what do we have? What else? Oh, this is Milton. He said of all our things. I think.
Milton Finch in The Magic Paintbrush.
The magic paintbrush. Okay, let's go. Wait, what? How? Wow, this is really amazing. For a game. This is painting. Oh.
I was 4 when Milton disappeared.
He tried to paint a door to escape from the reality. I think. Okay. Why do I always forget how to exit the damn book? Yeah, okay. What else? What is this? Some architecture building A very tall one? Okay, what else? Okay, oh, the mustache with the crown. Okay. You must be very passionate for an artist.
Mom spent months searching for my brother. Then she sealed the doors.
That door. Oh, you painted it. Yeah. The ones from the... I forgot.
Whatever Milton had found in the house, Mom didn't want it getting out.
I forgot what it is called. A paper story from a small book. I forgot. Okay, where are we going? Here. Nope. Nope. Oh yeah. What the hell?
Mom definitely blamed Edie, but I think Louis blamed himself.
Why? Just why? It won't let me earlier.
After he graduated, he just spent more and more time in his room. Until Mom got him a job at the cannery.
Okay. Where to? There is 20 years old. Okay, okay. It might be a stealer. Who puts a ship? Oh, okay. Go inside.
This room smelled very, very familiar. That part of him lived on.
Okay. What do we have? An award. A computer. San Juan Alley. Like a pretend. What is Wonderland Turbo? Oh, is this a Nintendo? Nintendo. What is? Okay, never mind. Which face? Okay, we should go face this one.
Louis and I spent a lot of time playing games together, but he was surprisingly bad at them. He died a lot.
That was silly. Okay, next. Okay, this is it. Downton with what? Okay, I can read it. 2041 by Reload. Okay, okay, never mind. Okay, let's see.
Dear Mrs. Finch, as Lewis's psychiatrist, I can understand your desire for an explanation. As I see it, the trouble began in January, shortly after we convinced your son to seek treatment for substance abuse. Newly sober, I believe Lewis first noticed the monotony of his daily life.
Okay.
He kept working at the cannery. but he withdrew part of himself. In our sessions, I saw the same behavior. His mind began to...
But what is this? Oh,
wander.
but what is this? How am I supposed to play both sides?
I asked him to describe it. He said he started small. Imagining a labyrinth.
Okay, this machine is giving me chills and goosebumps. This game
About.
is really amazing. Oh my god.
Then something moved. Bats. And toads.
What is this? Is this certificate of dinosaur? With what?
He knew it was all in his head. But he took it very seriously. I had hoped he'd find himself.
Oh. Oh, okay, yeah, I think I'm starting to
But he
understand.
found something more.
Oh my god.
I worried about him then. Daydreaming at the cannery,
What's he getting?
I spoke with his boss. But he said Lewis had become a model employee. Methodical, tireless, focused. Like a whole new Lewis. So I let him go on. I even encouraged him. It seemed very promising at first. He told me he'd made a new friend. On the edge of a city he named Lewis Topia.
The dystopia?
He built the city up slowly, brick by brick. Then he made musicians. And songs for them to play. He talked about starting a band. And he was always humming something. Every day his imagination grew stronger. He no longer spoke at the cannery. But his chopping was as reliable as ever. Then one day it struck him that all the cheering crowds Even the stones under his feet were all in his imagination, so he could do whatever he wished. He held an election, and he won. They begged him to stay, but his mind was already wandering. It became a game for him.
I mean, this is already a game.
He'd conquer a city, then immediately push on. New Louisville. St. Louis.
I see what you did there.
We started drifting away from our reality. Minneapolis. Until one day he forgot to go home from the cannery. Even as his mother pleaded with him, part of Louis kept sailing on.
Hold on.
In Louisburg, he heard rumors of a
You spread with what? I go with the anthem quiz. What is going on? Anthem prince? I mean queen?
the prince was on his own quest for sinister serpents. He followed the sound of his silver harp.
Oh, what a beautiful message in this game.
His chase led him to a golden palace east of the sun and west of the moon. Even then, his logic remained sound. He knew the world was all in his imagination. But he was so proud of having created it.
What kind of imagination am I creating?
In his own eyes, he'd become something greater than a king. For someone who'd never known success in the real world, I think it was overwhelming. And then it struck him that the real Louis was not the one chopping salmon, but the one climbing the steps of a golden palace. My imagination is as real as my body, he told me. It was hard to argue with him.
Okay. Kenny.
He began to forget the world we know.
Is this the fish
I
factory?
think it pained him to remember Louis, the cannery worker.
Oh, okay. Is that you,
He
Lewis?
began to despise the man with a royal contempt.
Finch. Hi there. Still chopping some macros. With
I
what?
still thought I could save him. Even after he said he was being crowned king over all the lands of wonder. The palace would be packed with his companions.
Thank you, thank you! Thank you!
Including the wise Calico who had insisted on advising him. His prince waiting, holding his crown. There was only one thing left to do. Bend down his head. And the rest I think you know. Mrs. Finch, your son was a kind man who will be missed by all of us who knew him.
My brother was really cool. I wish you could have met him.
Yeah. That was a very far from imagination. A crowned fish or someone who wants to be a king from the sea. That is very strange unique dream or imagination that I've ever seen. That was pretty cool. I'm speechless. I understand the concept of the story, really. But it was tragic. To move forward to your dream, it was a little risky or not enough that it was too far to achieve. That it leads to a tragic tale. Who knows? They say that dreams may die. I think that was my perspective on this
On the way
story.
back from Lewis's funeral, my mom told me to start packing.
My
She waited until the
respect.
day before we left to tell Edie. I'm not sure if she wanted to make it easier or harder. I wish we'd stayed. But I understand why we left.
Love you. A kitchen? Impossible.
My mom ended up leaving everything behind.
Wow.
What happened that night had been coming for a long time. Maybe it should have come sooner. But it had to end one way or another. All that's left now is to tell you about that last night.
What's that? Wait. Where's down? Hold up. Where's down? Hey, I'm not finishing. And Eddie? Okay, let's go back. This I'm not. Oh my god. Is this my journal?
That whole last day, Edie just watched us pack and didn't say a word. Until supper, when she raised her glass and said,
"To our final night together, and all our final nights apart."
Grandma, you know what I said about alcohol. Some of your medications are very
Edith,
specific.
I left a present for you in the hallway. Why don't you go open it? The grown-ups have to argue now.
I'm sorry, you're right. We're all leaving tomorrow. Let's just enjoy our last...
I'm not leaving.
Edith, you're excused.
the power had been shut off that morning, but Edie always had plenty of candles. When my mom sealed the library, I don't think she knew about the other entrance. Or that Edie had a key to it.
Oh my god, I'm missing two. Wow. Too many hiding secret
The thing
rooms.
you're afraid of isn't going to end when you leave the house. Edith has a right to know these stories.
My children are dead because of your stories! I think it's best if Edith and I leave tonight. We'll have the nursing home send a van for you in the morning, okay?
The Story of the Finches by Edith Finch. With what? How? With what? Where's Downs? Where's Downs? Impossible! I'm not missing am I? No way. Where's Downs? Okay.
Dear Edith, there's so many stories I wish I could tell you, but there's only time for one. This is about what happened on the night you were born. That night, the tide went way, way out.
way out, one way out.
It was the first and last time I ever saw the old house aground.
I got to applause for this voice. She sounds like a real grandmother. Is this the shore? Last time, yeah.
There'd been an earthquake out in the middle of the ocean. They called it the lowest tide in 1,000 years. God, it smelled awful. You know, I've seen that house every day of my life. But I never thought I'd go back to it. When the fog rolled in, I lost my way. I got turned around. I started seeing things.
Yeah, dear. Yeah.
Things I'd forgotten had ever existed. But when I saw them, they felt like old friends. That night, a lot of things came back to me. Or maybe I came back to them. Things I can't explain, but that I need you to try and...
Edith, what are you doing in here?
It's mine.
Edith!
Mom, you're gonna rip it! Let go! I kicked and screamed, but Mom dragged me to the car. I never saw Great-Grandma Edie again. The next morning, the band came to pick her up, but she was already gone. After that, we moved around a lot. We both tried to make the best of it.
But then what?
A few years went by. My mom didn't like to talk about it. But she started getting sick a lot. The rest happened pretty quickly.
That was a genius way to put it like that. I forgot this flower, but it reminds me of a, but that's really a genius way to, show it like that. Oh my.
She got better for a while, and then she didn't. And then I was alone. The last Finch left alive. Until I found out about you. I'm still not sure what to tell you about all this. If we lived forever, maybe we'd have time to understand things. But as it is, I think the best we can do is try to open our eyes. and appreciate how strange and brief all of this is. This journal was supposed to be for you. But now I hope you'll never see it. I just want to meet you and tell you all these stories myself. But I guess if you're reading this now, things didn't work out that way. This is where your story begins. I'm sorry I won't be there to see it. It's a lot to ask, but I don't want you to be sad that I'm gone. I want you to be amazed that any of us ever had a chance to be here at all. Good luck.
Surely then, that is. Oh. I don't know much about them, but the credits, yeah, it's telling us. Wow. Are these photos from the childhood? I think. Wow. I mean, this is going to be long, so I think I better skip it. Oh please, but what was down? I don't understand. Okay, I'm getting confused. Yes, I didn't think it was from connected, yeah. I'm so speechless. Yeah, damn. I hope you guys did enjoy this video. Like the video and subscribe to my channel. And I'll see you guys at the next video. One more thing. The best part of this game, things of this game are the first, the music. Second, the dialogue, which is creating the story and advices for us play this game. And lastly, I don't mind what kind of gameplay, but if it does it is something beautiful. For me, it's already beautiful. That's all. Have a great day, guys.